Well, I also want to say, when I have an idea, typically, like, you'll just take off with it. I might even just be throwing an idea out. I'm not even quite sure I want to do it. I mean, this one I knew I wanted to do from, like, I was in. Right. I knew I could make it successful. I had not a thought in the world that this wasn't going to work out, nothing like that. But a lot of times, or all the time actually, I say something to you and you just, like, you're on it. You'll find the salon I'm looking for. You flew out. You were doing FaceTimes with me. I mean, so, you always boost it up a lot more, and we accelerate a lot faster because of that,
I lose a lot of sleep because of you.
Yes, you do sometimes.
I get pumped sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you'll even wake me up and
like, we
start talking about what I was talking about. And I'm like, no, I didn't think you were going to go that far, but you go hard. Yeah.
You did.
But that's what happens when we're both entrepreneurs, and, we've been in the salon world, so we're going to go for it. And I knew you had faith in me too, and I know that's why it's easy for you to go, yeah, let's invest, let's find the salon you wanted. Because the first salon, because it was so busy, I always wanted to grow it. But then just doing the education, not being there anymore, it just didn't make sense. I pushed hard for it. You didn't really want that one. So you kind of talked me off the ledge a few times. Mm-hmm. So then when I decided that I wanted to be done with the education and get back in the salon world, I wanted a big salon. Like, this was my time. I was going to move back. We thought we'd have more family help. But we didn't really live close enough. So it's our fault too. But, that's what I was going for. So we looked, and you found the salon, and it had a boutique in the front too, which was always appealing to me as well. I love fashion and all that. So I'm like, wow, this is kind of the dream salon. This is the big salon that I finally am getting. I also have a boutique. We did nails in there. We added a bunch of services once I got in there. And we just revamped the whole thing. And it took off. Yeah.
Well, and for us, I guess, just so everyone knows, when we say a big salon, typically we're looking at more than 20 stylists or nail technicians or estheticians. We're talking more than 20 person company, and we're trying to generate over $1 million in revenue. That's always the target, is we're looking at growth. That 7-figure salon to us is what a big salon is. And that just means we've calculated that earning potential from within, 3,000 square feet or whatever that looks like. How do we get there? And that was kind of our business plan going in, is how do we maximize every square foot of this salon? You brought in a ton of services that didn't exist prior to us getting into it. You completely opened it up. We remodeled this thing while it was still open. Right. I mean, again, to be honest, I'm always like, whoa, let's work our way into this. And Amy has to fix everything immediately. And so projects that I thought would get staggered a little bit were all on fire from day one, the second you got in the door. So that's your mentality. I've gotten used to it, I guess, over the years. And it's probably a good strategy. Mine is always, let's cash flow this work in. And Amy's like, let's fix it now and then take advantage of it, because that's how we can go faster. Yes. And I've gotten there in other types of business. It's no problem for me to do that. But for the salon, just because of, I don't know, the build out or the time it takes or working with contractors, I always like the cash flow aspect. Throw that out the door now. I will never make that recommendation again. No. I'll know no matter what we're getting into, we're going to gut the heck out of that thing first. Well, not gut it, but, update, modernize, depending on what type of opportunity. Right. That's just you. Why is that? I don't even think I've ever asked you. Why is that? Why can't we ever just work our way in? Why
you have asked me many times.
Maybe I just never got an answer.
You can't. If you're going to do it, I don't want to risk anybody coming by or whatever and it not being the way that it should be. If I'm going to invest some money, I might as well invest everything and get it to look the part. If I'm going to grow, let's start growing it. Let's not, let's do all the headache and the terrible parts at the beginning. Like, let's get through the transitional phase and then it's go time, So revamp it and be done with that part, move on, grow your business. Yeah. So that's always been my thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worked. It's worked really well, and I'm glad we have, because I'd be like, pull the Band-Aid, like, ooh, that hurt a hair. I better just wait a little bit. And you're just like, let's go. Let's tear this sucker off. And it's always worked out well. So, all right. So big salon, had a lot of success there, but because of the way we're wired and the way that we hate cold weather, the Midwest, sorry, Midwest, we love you all so much. We hope you come visit us down here in Scottsdale, but we just couldn't do it. And we want to be back in California. So we said, all right, success with what we had there. But now you still wanted that upside. So instead of educating, consulting, now we're back in the corporate world again as sellers.